Hi, Matthew Silverman here, author of Swingin' 73, a new book out from Lions Press. It's my 10th book on baseball. Swingin' 73 covers a historic 1973 season from the vantage point of three teams: the A's, the Mets, and the Yankees. 40 years ago, the Yankees were a doddering old guard that was having trouble at the box office and in the clubhouse, with wife-swapping pitchers and an owner who came in and meddled his little head off, named George Steinbrenner. Meanwhile, over at Shea, the Mets were terrible for the first 5 months of the year, finishing playing in last place through the end of August, when suddenly they caught fire. The rest of the division flattened out, and the Mets soared to the top, won the division and later the pennant with 82 games, taking out the Reds but getting beaten up by Pete Rose along the way. Meanwhile, in Oakland, the A's were the defending world champions, built from the ground up by Charlie Finley, who had moved the team from Kansas City to Oakland a couple of years before. And the A's were the class of the league with their brash mustaches, their colorful uniforms, and their owner who paid them to grow the mustaches, and the players who did everything they could to defy their owner, but win when it counted. The book follows the adventures of Tug McGraw, Tom Seaver, Rusty Staub, Raleigh Fingers, Catfish Hunter, Reggie Jackson, Joe Rudy, Bert Campaneris, Ron Bloomberg, Fritz Peterson, Mike Kekich, and Thurman Munson. It led to the final moments for the original Yankee Stadium. Hit the wrecker's ball. Shea Stadium turned into a riotous zoo, and Oakland Coliseum transformed into a place where anything could happen, for good and bad. It wasn't just baseball at the Crossroads in 1973. It was a time for concept albums, such as Dark Side of the Moon you're listening to here, and Quadrophenia. It was not a great year for the presidency, with Watergate in full force, and the oil embargo caused by the Yom Kippur War brought fuel shortages to America for the first time since World War II. Meanwhile, the American family was changing in a lot of different ways. TV had really reached a new point, and the films were changing as well. It was a great time to be alive, but don't take my word for it. Listen to what Library Journal has to say, and I quote, the book crafts a thrilling account of the 1973 baseball season right up to the final out of the World Series. Highly recommended both for sports fans and those interested more generally in this crucible of a year. So check out Swingin' 73 on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kindle, Nook, as well as your local bookshop. I'll be at the Books NJ at the Paramus Public Library on June 9th, Trumbull Library in Connecticut on June 20th, and the Baseball Hall of Fame July 9th, my favorite. Happy reading, and keep on swinging 73.